So welcome back to the channel. So yeah, things I've learned about running. I'm on a bit of a downtime at the minute, trying to recover from a few little injury niggles, etc. They're getting slowly better. I'll touch on that later on in the video, but yeah, today's vlog is all about things I've learned over the last 10-11 years of running. Yeah, 11-12 years nearly of running. All the things I've learned about running, and the opportunity for you guys to drop in the comments your biggest learning in terms of what you've learned the most, or the biggest nugget of information you'd like to share with other runners about things you've learned. So let's get on with it. So yeah, I'm not currently training for anything. I'm on a bit of a downtime, easy running, just trying to get these little injury niggles cleared. Cold snap has crashed across the UK, so it's easy running. So yeah, it gives me the opportunity to do this talking head vlog, just in terms of a discussion about what we've learnt over the years of running, share best practice, and like I said, drop in the comments your one nugget of information, one you would like to share with other runners in terms of things you've learned. But for me, yeah, it's variable things. In terms of, one of the first things is running is different for everyone. For some people it's a mental release, for some people it's a physical challenge, for others it's a way of staying fit, losing weight. For some people it's just socialising, they do it for that aspect. It can be a way to set yourself a challenge, like I said, push yourself to be the best person you can be, the best runner you can be. It can also just be a way of getting outdoors, exploring casually, or whatever you want it to be. So I say it's different for everyone. I learned that as I've gone along, that each runner's got their own goals, their own ambitions, and there's no right and wrong. If you want to be the best runner you can be, good luck to you, and you want to push yourself and train hard. For other people that don't want to do that, it can be whatever you want it to be as an individual runner. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. A lot of those reasons for running resonate with me. I do want to be the best runner. At times I want to train hard and see how far I can push myself. Other times I just want to run easily, get out into nature. I say almost as a mental reset amongst the busy lives we all live. Something else I've learned along the way is that running can be super simple and at the same time super complex, depending on how you want to look at it. In terms of simplicity, at its very simplest form, it's just a matter of getting outdoors, putting one foot in front of the other and moving. Obviously that's the very simplistic form, but that can be as simple as it needs to be. Once you're doing that, you are running. Forget cadence, times, heart rate, elevation gain and loss, splits. Once you're moving your foot in front of the other and you're going quicker than a walking pace, then you are running, and good luck to you. And that's the simplest. And obviously on the other side of it, if you get bogged down, it can become super complex with all the stats and data and elements you can focus down on nowadays with these smartwatches. Another aspect and question I get asked a lot is does it get easier? And the answer is both yes and no. So in terms of consistency is key, and for me volume as well. I have to have a certain amount of volume to maintain a decent level. I can be as intensive as I want to be. If I'm running 15-20k a week only, I will obviously hit a ceiling. So for me, volume for a lot of people will be the first step towards opening up your abilities, run more, and you'll generally run quicker over time. But in terms of easier, in terms of yes, the more you run, the fitter you'll get, and gradually running the same distance or the same pace will start to feel easier. But in terms of actual hard efforts, they probably remain the same. And yeah, just to clarify what I mean, hypothetically, if you could run a 6 minute per k easy pace, but then over time you get fitter, suddenly that 6 minute per k easy pace might drop down to 5:45 or even quicker, and it will still feel easy, just like you can go even slower than that and it'll feel easier. But then in terms of my hard effort comment, what I mean by that is if someone's running a 20-minute 5k or a 30-minute 5k or a 40-minute 5k and they're all max efforts for each of those 3 individuals, they will pretty much feel exactly the same. Someone running quicker, it isn't any easier in terms of it if it's a hard effort. If you're fit enough to run a 30-minute 5k at an easy pace, then obviously it's different, but in terms of hard efforts individually, that always feels the same no matter how fit you get. It's just you're able to run it quicker and feel the same. Yeah, and now just the final few points of things I've learned over the years. For me, I've figured out that running, you get out of running what you put into it. If you want to run just once a week, casually do a 5k or so, that's all well and good. But then don't turn that around and expect to be able to knock off loads of time off your 5k, 10k, half marathon times. So yeah, like my first point, if you do more, you'll get more. If you get out more often, put in them extra miles, get out on those cold rainy days, get out for a long run, do some interval work. I say add that variety to your running, not just do the same old route, same old distance at the same old speed. The more you put in, the more you will get out. And again, just to reiterate, that's not for everyone. You don't necessarily have to want to get better. You might just want to run recreationally for, like I said, a bit of mental respite, a bit of mental release. Run and just relax. I should probably do more of that. And look into 2025, I'm going to revisit my plans and kind of get a balance right in terms of training and relaxation. And yeah, just the last point, or the last thing I've learned over the years, running is challenging. There's no gimmies, there's no shortcuts. It's meant to be challenging. Just when you think you're making some strides maybe and you figured it all out, you get a reminder from the body or whatever that you're not quite there yet, which is what I enjoy the most about it. It's basically a lifelong goal. There's no kind of finish line, if you excuse the pun. You set yourself one goal and you might achieve it, and then you just look ahead to the next one and the next one, if that's what you want. But yeah, it's meant to be challenging. If it was easy, we'd all do it quickly and then give it up. But yeah, it takes time, patience. The other thing I've learned, the time it takes to build up fitness is far longer than the time it takes to lose it all again. So yeah, it's meant to be challenging. It's meant to be a test. If you're willing to take that test and push yourself, but again, something else I've learned, you can basically achieve almost anything. These myths about, oh, I'm not quick enough to run that distance, or I can't run that quick, I'm not biologically set up that way, that is potentially partially true. In terms of some people are far more better built for running, maybe a bit slightly easier in terms of physiology, but that shouldn't put a stop to anyone's individual goals. 10 years ago, I thought my 5k PB, my 5k ceiling was 25 minutes. For love nor money, I could not get below that. And now I'm 10 years older, 12 years older, and I can run sub 20 if I'm fit enough. Obviously, currently I can probably just about do that still. So yeah, you just gotta, small steps, consistency again is the key. Don't do 3 months of running, expect to break world records, and then be disappointed if you're not. Do a year, 2 years of running, and then worry about actual specific goals if you want to. Just get yourself started, be consistent, run every week. Don't run 3 times one week and none the next. That won't work long term. And now over to you. So yeah, drop in the comments your biggest nugget of information, one bit of learning you'd like to share with the running community, something you've learned, maybe a pitfall that could be avoided, or just a lesson, like I said, you've learned over the years how to do things, how not to do things. Yeah, drop it in the comments, share your best practice, and we'll see how many good ideas we can get to share with other runners. But yeah, wrap it up there. As always, thank you for watching. I'll get back to training as soon as my legs are able to revisit that sub 19 5k training series. I'm going to start to kind of amalgamate my 2025 running, what it's going to look like, what training projects and what downtime I've got within there. Just try to get that balance right. But yeah, happy running. I'll see you all next time.